Hey everyone. Today we're going to be talking about facing your fears and why it's important. So, a lot of us we value our freedoms, right? And if someone came to take away our freedom, someone said that we can't do something or a lot of things, we would obviously want to fight against them, right? We would do everything in our power to fight against that person who's trying to take away our rights. And here's the thing, though. Our fear does the exact same thing, and we don't fight against the fear. We just accept the fear as a fact of life, and we just let our fear define us. And that's a trap that a lot of people face. They let their fears define them. They feel the fear, and then they're like, okay, this thing's taking my freedoms away, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. And if you want to be successful, you can't be okay with your fears stopping you from doing things that you know very well that you can do. And here's the thing, like a lot of our fears are really irrational. Talking to a stranger, what's the worst that can happen? There are legitimate fears like getting shot or getting eaten by a bear or something, right? But like most of the fears that we have in modern day life aren't life threatening. They won't. The things that we fear can't really harm us, like maybe asking your boss for a promotion or having a difficult conversation with a family member. And those things aren't life threatening. Although they're difficult, they're not life threatening. And our fear is just geared towards those things, as if those things are indeed like life threatening, as if those things pose a legitimate danger to us. And what you have to understand is that your fear is not real. Your fear is just a feeling, and that it's an illusion basically. And if you have a choice, okay, basically fear does exist in your head, right? And you have two choices. You can either let that fear define you, or you can feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay, there's actually an entire book called "Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway." And here's the thing, here's the thing, like, you're gonna feel the fear, okay? You can't control your emotions, really, okay? You're gonna feel the fear when you're trying to do something difficult, when you're trying to when you're trying to step outside your comfort zone, whenever you're moving outside what is normally in your daily routine, you're gonna feel some sort of resistance, some sort of fear, or some sort of anxiety. And here's the thing, if you can either let that define you, or you can make it or you can use it to your advantage. You can say, okay, I'm going to feel this fear. I'm going to overcome this fear. And when you overcome a fear, when you overcome something that you're terrified out of your mind of doing, when you do that thing, let me tell you, it's like the best feeling ever. It's like you feel like, holy crap, I felt that fear. I was really scared, but I did it anyway. That fear no longer defines me. And it doesn't have to be a huge thing, okay? You can start small. If you want to face your fears, you can start small. Start by maybe you have social anxiety, then start by saying hi to strangers. Or if you can't do that, look at strangers and maybe smile at strangers, and then slowly step up. And then you realize that your fear doesn't define you. You realize that just because you feel fear doesn't mean you can't do something. Okay, your fear no longer holds you back. Instead of it controlling you, you control it. And it's not like a video on how to be fearless, because a lot of people, they say, oh, just don't feel the fear. And I don't believe in that, because you're always going to have some sort of fear whenever you're moving outside your comfort zone. It's like natural, right? But the trick is to realize that while you do feel fear, because we're human, it's the fear doesn't have to define you. It doesn't have to be that thing that stops you. And when you keep facing your fears over and over and over again, what will happen is that you'll start going towards those fears automatically, because you'll realize that there's a reason that this fear exists. It's because my body is not ready for doing this. And if I pursue this fear, if I go for this fear, it's a chance of growth. You'll no longer see them as closed off areas. You'll see those places where your fears exist as places. If you go there, you'll become a stronger person. You'll grow as a person, and that's what you have to do. You have to. That's like That's what you have to do if you want to be successful. If you want to make a mark in this world, you know, you have to move outside your comfort zone, and you have to grow, because we aren't perfect, right? And we have to constantly try to improve and learn those things that we don't know right now. And the other thing is that once you start facing your fears, you will feel unstoppable. Okay, like think about it. Think about what your life would be like if your fears didn't matter to you. If you didn't have any fears, if those fears, they weren't, they had no effect on you. They were just non-substantial. Okay, imagine that. And I'm gonna tell you this: you can have that life right now. That's a crazy thing. You can have this life where you are unstoppable, where your fears don't stop you right now. Because if you decide right now that, okay, I'm gonna feel the fear and do it anyway, you'll be an unstoppable force. You'll basically be unstoppable. Like, your own fear does not. You don't care about the fear, and people will be able to sense that around you. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say today. So feel the fear and do it anyway. Thanks for watching.